Imagine discovering that the reality you experience every day may only be the surface of something much deeper. What if your thoughts, your consciousness, and even the universe itself are connected to a mystery that humans have been exploring for thousands of years? Today, we are entering the fascinating world of metaphysics, the study of reality, existence, consciousness, and the hidden questions behind life itself. What is metaphysics? The word metaphysics may sound complicated, but the idea behind it is simple. Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that studies the fundamental nature of reality. It asks the biggest questions humans have ever wondered. What is reality? Why does anything exist? What is consciousness? Do we have free will? Is there something beyond the physical world? While science studies the physical universe, metaphysics explores the deeper principles behind existence itself. Science may ask, how does the universe work? Metaphysics asks, why is there a universe to begin with? The meaning of metaphysics. The word metaphysics comes from ancient Greek. Meta means beyond, and physics refers to nature or the physical world. Together, metaphysics represents the exploration of what is beyond ordinary physical understanding. But metaphysics is not simply about supernatural ideas. It is a serious philosophical investigation into questions about reality, existence, consciousness, time, space, the nature of the universe, the meaning of life. It is the search for the invisible foundations behind the visible world. The origins of metaphysics. The history of metaphysics goes back thousands of years. Ancient philosophers looked at the stars, nature, and human existence and asked, what is everything made of? What does it mean to be alive? One of the most influential philosophers in history was Aristotle. Aristotle explored the nature of being and existence. He wanted to understand the fundamental causes behind everything that exists. Another important thinker was Plato. Plato believed that the physical world we experience may be only a reflection of deeper realities. According to Plato, what we see around us is constantly changing, but behind it may exist eternal principles and ideas. These questions became the foundation of Western philosophy. The biggest question, what is reality? One of the central topics in metaphysics is the question, what is reality? We experience the world through our senses. We see colors. We hear sounds. We feel objects. But are we experiencing reality exactly as it is? Or are we experiencing reality through the filter of our brain? For example, the color blue does not exist independently in the same way we experience it. Light enters our eyes, our brain processes information, and we create the experience of color. This raises a fascinating question. How much of reality exists outside our perception? And how much is created by our consciousness? The mystery of consciousness. One of the most searched and fascinating topics in modern philosophy is consciousness. Scientists understand many things about the brain, but one mystery remains. Why do we have an inner experience? Why does it feel like something to be alive? But does a machine experience beauty? Does it feel wonder? Does it experience love? Human consciousness remains one of the greatest mysteries in science and philosophy. This is why topics like consciousness explained, consciousness and reality, the mystery of the human mind and universe connection, continue to fascinate millions of people around the world. Mind versus matter. Are we more than our body? Another major question in metaphysics is, what is the relationship between the mind and the body? Are we only physical beings? Or is consciousness something deeper? One perspective is called materialism. Materialism suggests that everything, including consciousness, comes from physical processes. In this view, thoughts and emotions are connected to the activity of the brain. Another perspective is dualism. Dualism suggests that mind and matter are different aspects of reality. The body is physical, but consciousness may have a deeper nature. This debate has continued for centuries. Metaphysics and spirituality. For many people, metaphysics connects with spirituality. Across cultures, humans have searched for answers about why are we here? What happens after life? Is there a higher intelligence? Do we have a soul? Many spiritual traditions believe reality has deeper layers beyond what we can physically observe. Metaphysics allows people to explore these questions from philosophical, spiritual, and personal perspectives. It creates a bridge between curiosity and inner discovery. Metaphysics and modern science. Interestingly, many questions in metaphysics connect with modern science. The universe is far stranger than ancient humans imagined. Questions about quantum physics, time, space, the origin of the universe, consciousness, have created new conversations between science and philosophy. Science explains mechanisms. Metaphysics explores meaning. Science asks, how does this happen? Metaphysics asks, what does it mean that this happens? Both approaches help us understand existence. Why metaphysics matters today? You might wonder, why should I care about metaphysics? Because these questions affect how we see ourselves and our lives. Metaphysics helps us explore personal growth. Understanding your beliefs about reality can change the way you experience life. Self-awareness. Exploring consciousness helps you understand your thoughts, emotions, and identity. Meaning and purpose. Metaphysical questions often appear during moments when we search for deeper meaning. Connection. It reminds us that human beings are part of a much larger mystery. Metaphysics in everyday life. You experience metaphysics more often than you realize. When you look at a beautiful sunset and feel something beyond words, you are exploring the relationship between experience and reality. When you ask, when you wonder, who am I? You are exploring identity and consciousness. Metaphysics is not only found in books. It is hidden inside the questions we ask every day. How to start exploring metaphysics. If you want to begin your own journey into metaphysics, start with curiosity. Ask deeper questions. Question your assumptions. Explore philosophy. Study consciousness. Practice mindfulness and reflection. Pay attention to your own experience of reality. The universe is not only something outside of you to discover. Your own consciousness is part of the mystery. Metaphysics is the human search for understanding the deepest layers of existence. It explores the invisible questions behind the visible world. It asks us to look beyond the surface and wonder, what is reality? What is consciousness? Why are we here? Perhaps the greatest mystery is not only understanding the universe around us, but understanding the awareness that allows us to experience it. If you enjoyed this journey into metaphysics, consciousness, and the mysteries of reality, subscribe to Pure Radiant Balance for more videos about health, spirituality, philosophy, natural wisdom, and the fascinating connection between body, mind, and soul. Leave a comment below. What do you think consciousness really is? Is reality more than what we can see? I would love to hear your thoughts.